Rise and grind, folks. Guys, I'm on the way to an existing maintenance customer. Last summer, I think one of our other existing maintenance customers referred her over to us, and it was an OAC call. I believe we replaced the capacitor outside, and part of the repair, we gave her an annual tune-up, and I believe we came out there last fall. Everything was rocking and rolling. I think the condenser might be close to a barn or something like that. That condenser was a pain in the ass to get to, if I'm not mistaken. But guys, let's go take a look. I'm almost there. I'll see y'all when I get inside. Alright guys, we're inside. This is a Goodman 80% furnace and straight AC condenser. And guys, I know we did a heat maintenance on this furnace, so you might have replaced an igniter in that furnace as well. But we have a 20-degree split, and for those that don't believe in maintenance, take a look at this. Yeah, it looks like the customer might have bumped into it and the drains are pitched. That's not good. That's not good. We gotta fix this. Alright guys. And it says it's even glued in. Well. Alright guys, let me clean this up. And also, I took the filter out. This filter has seen better days. Let me do my thing here. I will be right back. Alright guys, we got everything re-glued. And everything's pouring. And guys, with this configuration, it is what it is. There isn't really enough space. Of course, they could have used a street elbow coming out to make it closer and tuck it behind the cabinet. But guys, this is a common setup in Philly, especially if you have a basement. The basement is going to be tight enough as it is, so it's not uncommon from time to time for customers to just put things in front of the furnace. But what I'm going to do is I'll let the customer know to try not to touch that drain, because it could accidentally break, or in this case, this could cause water leaks on the furnace. So I'm glad this customer called, because sure enough, if that water would have continued to accumulate, that could have damaged the furnace and also damage to whatever is down here on the floor. So disaster avoided. Also, we got our new filter in, and the actual size of this is a 16 by 20, but this customer wanted a 20 by 20, so she'll have enough reach to take this filter out, so she doesn't have to open the door up. So with that being said, we got that in, and now she has space to check that filter and replace it. And now we take the show outside. Drains are good, we got a good TD, and also our filter is clean. And I believe I checked that capacitor on the blow motor the last time I came out in the fall, so that should be good. And let's go outside. Let me turn my light off here. And this is our condenser. And last summer, when I came out here, the capacitor was swollen up. We had to replace the capacitor. And that is how this customer got the current heat and AC maintenance agreement. And guys, it is what it is. I did tell her to keep everything away from the condenser coil, but I may have to remind her again, especially when it gets real hot. Having all that clutter near the coil is only going to make this unit work harder and put more strain on all your parts inside and outside. So covering this unit while the AC is running is only going to ask for future issues. So I'll make sure she knows again to reconfigure this, move this on the other side, or whatever she got to do. But guys, let me throw this filter out, and I got to get my tool bag. I'm going to open this up and take a look at this. I'll be back. Alright guys, it is time for the tool of the day. Stubby 1/4 inch and 5/16 nut drivers. Guys, as you see here, of course, if there's a will, there's a way. You can use a right angle drill attachment, but for condensers that are in tight corners, grab your stubbies. You can use this in the fall for the summertime too, for those flame sensors that are in the back of the furnace. If you can't get your normal size nut driver on, use a stubby and they should come out easy. But the biggest thing is make sure you guys don't lose these, because otherwise you might not know it's missing until you need it on the job. So guys, just be mindful, put everything back where it was, and these tools will never let you down. But alright guys, let me take the door off. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I got the door off, and as you see, there's close to no debris or anything in it. The reason being, we're under the deck, and this unit isn't sitting on the ground, it's actually elevated. So this is a good looking unit, and what is this? Definitely 2022. So this thing is 3 years old. GSX 13 is a 13 series, 2.5 ton. Okay. 2.5 ton, 3-year-old 410A unit, cool. But I just don't like the condenser coil. I can't even see the other side, but guys, this isn't good. And the old saying is true, what doesn't get cleaned now is only going to double, if not triple, by next year. So this customer has a hose spigot on the other side. I'm going to hose the coil down, but before then, let me get my ammeter. I'm going to check for amps. I'll be right back. Alright guys, 4.93, 0.4. Cool. And since I know we replaced that cap last year, I'm not going to check it. Contact, it still looks good. Guys, there isn't a speck of dust on this unit, which is very impressive. Alright guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hose the coil down. And yeah, I was thinking of moving that cabinet myself, but I don't know what's in it. I would hate to accidentally damage anything. And yeah, guys, I know it's not a lot of space back here, so they gotta make do with what they got, but the other side of this coil definitely needs some circulation here. But alright guys, let me get to it. Let me pack this up and clean the coil. I'll be back. Alright guys, I'm cleaning this coil the best way I could here. I know this wasn't hosed down last year, so that's why I'm doing this now. And being that this is only a 3-year-old unit, you want to start off on a clean slate. You don't want stuff to kink up on the coil, and now it's going to be harder to remove in the future. So better early than too late. Alright guys, let me put the hose up here, and that's all there is to it. AC maintenance, Goodman 13 series, 2.5 ton coil and condenser. We avoided a recall and potential damage inside by finding the hose not pitched correctly and also loose. So we re-glued it and pitched it properly. And also I told the customer to just keep everything away from the drain line. We replaced the filter, everything's clean inside. We got a 20-degree split. Our cap is brand new. Contactor is looking good. Only recommendation is just to move that shelf back, and this customer is good to go. Peace out. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.